What is up, you awesome kissers? It is CistReactZ, guys. Today we're reacting to Game Theory 3 new FNAF security breach theories. So make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to Game Theory, and comment down below. I usually tell you guys to subscribe and turn on notifications, but I never like show it on video. So make sure you guys, you know, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and then hit if you know YouTube would let me scroll down while it's clicked. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell and hit all notifications, because personalized and none, they're basically sending none of those, because, you know, YouTube sucks. Anyway, guys, let's get into this. But now we reacted to his theories last month, and that was talking about how the crying child from FNAF 4, his name might be Evan or Aiden. I forgot which one, but yeah, let's see.
Theory, gaming's tangential learning experience. In the past few months, we've gotten a lot of new FNAF content. A gameplay trailer for Security Breach,
which was some heat.
2 new books that I haven't talked about yet, and there was even a bunch of images from the game revealed as part of a charity stream. And sometimes, dear Weboverse, you have ideas, random thoughts that are floating around your head, but not enough to make a full theory out of. Maybe
we have 6 years worth of lore we want to figure out.
So much for a fully fledged theory. So today I'm gonna nab those little theory nuggets hovering around my head.
Theory nuggets? What? Chicken nuggets! He just ate my chicken nuggies. Just kidding, I hate chicken.
Freitas fashion, I'm gonna present to you.
That's probably gonna be controversial in my comments.
Upcoming security breach, the twists I expect that we'll see in the game, and where the franchise might be headed next. Because I think the information is.
Freddy was just riding around his Lamborghini.
This new game causing it to lag behind. I think other parts of the franchise, especially the books, are starting to surge ahead, and might already be giving us clues as to life after the breach.
The breach.
Hop aboard, friendos, because this theory train is about to leave the station.
Oh, I do like how he has three theories in one in this video.
The Glamrocks are secretly toy animatronics. Recently,
that is a weird theory.
Docko held a 24-hour charity stream benefiting the
Docko
World Wildlife Fund, which, first off, congratulations to him to reaching his goal. The reason I bring the stream up here, though, is that as Docko crossed different donation milestone goals, he was able to unlock screenshots from the upcoming security.
Which those screenshots were amazing.
Amounted to 20 images in total. And
I had a whole video checking those out. Y'all should check it out if you haven't seen it yet.
Gameplay trailer, there were a few that had details that really
yeah, like those Glamrock Freddy plushies. Bonnie?
Whether Bonnie is physically in the game or if this is just an Easter egg reference is unclear, but it's a huge detail because up to this
I do hope the original characters somehow come in
the imagery of the Glamrock animatronics, seemingly
with their animatronic suits, but they're kind of burned to the ground, so I don't know.
Myself included, to think that the game was just pulling the sister location, where, if you'll remember, Chica was actually absent from the Funtime lineup, replaced by new characters like Baby and Ballora. But nope, Bonnie is here at the Pizzaplex, if not physically, then at the very least from a lore perspective.
FNAF lore book.
From the core 4 to be Foxy, and we'll get
oh my god, Foxy's gone. He's dead. He's missing.
From what appears to be inside of Montgomery Gator's mouth. And while this certainly could be a walkway to a different part of his Gator Golf section of the restaurant,
my gosh.
see decorative heads on the walls and different photos.
But there's water on it, right?
Inside this mouth just doesn't line up for me.
Yeah, there's water in it too.
To be a walkway, too closed of a mouth to have humans walking through it like they'd be walking through a golf course. Instead,
my gosh.
Admittedly, this is a bit of a long shot. Could this be an indication that we're actually going to be riding inside of Monty at some point in this game?
I mean, like, oh god, that I paused at the wrong time. Look at that map half-ass. I mean, isn't there like a Five Nights at Freddy's security breach like statue of Gregory inside Glamrock Freddy? I mean, Glamrock Freddy could just be the only animatronic that like is pacified, but like, I don't know, maybe Gregory's adventure is going to lead him to pacifying all the animatronics, and he'll be able to use them to get around. Hide.
With what's already been leaked out about this title. In case you
MapPad's going insane.
Leaked out this statue.
Bro, you just gotta list everything that I just said.
Hiding inside of Glamrock Freddy, indicating that at least one of the animatronics, Freddy himself, will be working alongside us to survive against Vanny the Killer Rabbit.
I get in that suit, bro. I get in that suit.
Looking at the characters side by side, we see that both Freddy and Monty seem to have a similar.
God, I love their art.
Flip open chest cavity, and consider this: we're
stuck
in the Pizzaplex, meaning that we'll presumably need ways to unlock different sections as the night goes on. Maybe one way to do that is by unlocking new abilities from the animatronics themselves.
Yeah, need some help, friend?
The gameplay trailer that Monty vigilante is able to break through locked chain link fences. Maybe instead of him using that ability to chase us, it's us inside of him using it to access new parts of the park. Kind of like Zelda, except, you know, animatronic murder themed. Like I said, bit of a long shot, but admittedly it'd be a pretty interesting.
I love how I use the Zelda arrow to chain it to the next scene. Creative.
We know about this new title, so just saying. However, the biggest reveal came with the last picture, where we see a shattered version of Glam Chica abandoned.
Like, I wonder. Okay, just going with MatPat's. You know what? I want to just list off a theory of my own, but I feel like MatPat's gonna say it right after I pause, and it's gonna feel like a waste. But I don't care at this point. I already paused, so I might as well say it. What if like we were inside of Glamrock Chica, and we fell into the trash disposal, and that's why she looks all cracked? But Gregory survived without getting hurt because he was inside the animatronic. Now, 3, 2, 1, MatPat say the same things that I just said.
In what's labeled the sewer. And while that alone
the sewer
sections of the game, it's how she's dismantled that I wanted to call attention to. Chica has no beak. And again, yeah. Where did her beak go? Missing her beak in this series is a big deal.
Oh yeah.
Back in the days of FNAF 4, Scott went out of his way to draw.
He made a teaser. He made a teaser too for FNAF World.
So completely out of nowhere, Scott emailed me saying, "Clue. During the mini games in FNAF 4, why would the tiny toy Chica be missing her beak?"
Oh,
I don't know.
Asset, you see Chica's beak lying on the ground.
Wow, so many memories coming back from that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a cool stream and such a cool day.
I don't even know if he remembers the FNAF World teaser he made. Like, why would Chica lose her beak?
There's a tiny toy Chica with a beak that's lying on the ground, which itself is a reference to way back in FNAF 2, where the new version of Chica at the time, dubbed Toy Chica, would lose her beak when she went on the attack.
Yeah,
so
why?
Glamrock Chica here missing her beak seems to be Scott and Steel Wool suggesting that she is none other than a reskinned version of the toy animatronic dating back to FNAF 2. And while that might seem like a leap in logic, the closer you look, the more this seems to be the
I mean, like, didn't we end FNAF 2 without even, like, knowing about what happened to the toy animatronics as well? Because, like, I think you just, like, go through the nights, you get your paycheck, then on night 6, phone guy says, like, "Oh, what the hell are you doing there? These animatronics are crazy. We're shutting down, bro. Like, just survive the night." We don't know what happened to the toy animatronics, though. Did they get... Wait. Were they said to be dismantled and then they used their parts to make the original cast in FNAF 1? Is that how that went? I think.
Look at the similarities in the face shape, eye size, and hair feathers between Toy Chica and Glamrock.
Oh my god,
Chica.
you're right. I forgot about that.
Same slimmer body shape. Heck, if we're truly getting old school with it, let's count fingers and toes, friends. 4 fingers and 3 toes on Glamrock Chica, just like the 4 fingers and 3 toes on Toy Chica, which, mind you, is not the same as every other iteration of Chica. Even the material that she's made out of appears to be the same. That hardened, glossy outer shell that would crack and shatter rather than rip or tear or mold like you see with the other old versions of the animatronics.
My ear's gone, but I'm fine.
That Foxy isn't present in this game yet? Well, you know the only animatronic without a toy version? Foxy. It was true in FNAF 2, no toy Foxy. It was true in the FNAF 4.
I mean, if you can count Mangle, but whatever. Fuck Mangle, I guess.
If these are indeed reskinned toy animatronics,
sorry, Mangle fans.
No toy Foxy. Follow the missing Foxy, my friends. Follow the Foxy.
But there's Roxy right there, but she's a wolf.
Actually matters a lot. If you can remember back that far, the toy animatronics are actually meant to be friendlies to children. You don't have to take my word for it. Let's listen to another blast from the past explain it.
Hello.
New animatronic. Facial recognition, advanced mobility, they're all tied into some kind of criminal database so they can detect a predator a mile away. Someone may have tampered with their facial recognition systems. The characters have been acting very unusual, almost aggressive towards the staff. They interact with the kids just fine, but when they encounter an adult, they just stare.
Yeah, they just stare.
Fine. The reason they attack us in the game is that we're an adult, a security guard that looks an awful lot like William Afton. But kids are fine. Again, if Security Breach is all about animatronics helping Gregory,
poor Michael.
Vanny,
Just because he looks like his dad, he's getting fucked over.
Gregory is a kid. The toy animatronics are designed to protect kids. Coincidence?
I think not.
Between the visual similarities, the missing Foxy, and the lore connections,
coincidence? I think not.
Might just be a slam dunk. But hey, that's
just a theory.
My first theory of the day. We've still got 2 more to cover.
He needs to do his videos like this. I like it. I like it.
Theory number 2
covers more in one sitting.
Is the real villain. Over in
Wait, what? Elizabeth Afton is the villain?
Number 2,
Is that what he said?
Elizabeth Afton is the real villain. Over in Bookland, things are getting weird, which, you know, when it comes to a series where a rotting flesh suit filled with robot spaghetti is normal, is saying a lot. We'll get around to me being impregnated by a video game and giving birth to a baby rabbit in the next mini-theory, but first, I wanted to touch on a security breach.
Oh, you were just speaking metaphorically. I was like, what is going on in these books that I missed?
For some sort of good ending in this game. I feel like the evidence for this has been pretty convincing thus far. Her being called a reluctant follower in FNAF VR's audio recordings, the fact that in FNAF AR we have a series of emails from a character named Ness, as in Vanessa, Vanny, actively searching for contradictory terms as how to induce compliance in human subjects.
Yeah. Why would you... Okay, level with me, like Vanessa. Like, okay. Or Vanny, whatever you go by. If you are under control by I don't know, some glitch in your head, why would you Google search help in the, like, few seconds that you have control? You think you would have got up to tell somebody, I need help, but I mean, they won't believe you. They'll think you're... I'm sorry, it's like 4 a.m. level, just deal with me. Of course they'll think she's crazy if she walks up to somebody saying, like, oh, I'm controlled by an animatronic. But at least asking for help is more worthwhile than asking Google for just help. Like, what is Google going to do for you?
Is not complete, and
oh man, I need to go sleep.
There's more, but I've covered all that in much more detail in a previous theory. Suffice it to say, I feel good about that theory as it applies to security breach. But now we're getting even more evidence from outside of the games via the most recent Fazbear Frights book,
The Cliffs. What?
Book number 7, so you're probably aware of how these things work. 3 short horror stories set in various corners of the universe, followed by an epilogue that continues.
What happened to that plushie?
About a creature named the Stitch Wraith, with Scott telling us that details from these stories will give clarity to the lore of the games. So what's new this month? In the latest epilogue, we have a lot of things going on.
What's going on here?
Just spontaneously exploded his body in a previous story, now possesses a bunch of trash and machine parts. He's basically
scrap trap,
vacuum, sucking in everything around him to create, no joke, a giant 15-foot tall trash rabbit that the book calls the Afton Amalgamation. And if you think that sounds weird, yes. Now, I am not going to sit here and say that we will at some point in this series be forced to fight. He's
called the Amalgamation
by a serial killer. No, the reason I bring Trash Afton up.
What he just said, we're not going to be fighting a trash rabbit made by a serial killer. In the trailer, wasn't Glitch Trap's hand, like, literally seen near the end? I think we are going to be fighting a trash monster, Matt. You just kind of... You never should have said something, Matt.
What he does in the book seems
now you're not going to be able to say you called it when it actually happens in the game.
The problem was that when the trash monster stabbed the detective, it infected him with the spirit of the horrible man who animated it. For sure, Afton's spirit would fill the detective with evil.
What
if it did more than that? What if it killed him? Jake had to get the infection out. Afton, at this point in the lore,
what the hell?
A virus that needs to be extracted in order to save the host's body, and it can be transferred just.
Bro, somebody get Norton out here, bro. They need a virus scanner.
More evidence for innocent people getting Afton infused into their bodies and needing to be cleansed, just like I've been predicting with Vanny this whole time. But there's another reason that I want to talk about this epilogue. Sure, the main action of the story is focused around our heroic detective teaming up with the Stitch Wraith to use the screaming mask of the puppet to destroy the giant Afton trash bunny, which is every bit a fever dream insane as it sounds. But while all
this face means
there's someone else.
This face right here means I need to read the books. Like the last book that I read was the one where they were talking about the Golden Freddy suit, and the guy who killed the other, I think it was Devin. The Devin guy killed some guy he was jealous of in the Golden Freddy suit, and then he died in it as well. That's the last FNAF book that I read. And I probably wouldn't be so confused right now if I actually wanted to read all of those books. I need to do that.
Baby. Throughout the battle, we continuously catch
Final Fantasy VII, you love to see it?
Female animatronic. This, my friends, is Baby. The long neck is actually a callback to book 1 of the series and her story to be beautiful. Anyway, she fuses up with the Afton amalgamation until they start using the puppet mask against it, at which point she pieces out. And it's only then,
she ran away
after she leaves that Afton loses. We get
nice Undertale reference. I should probably let's play that game on my channel and actually beat it for once.
Awful man's spirit wasn't as powerful as it had pretended to be. Afton's spirit was barely hanging on to this reality. Something besides Afton had been controlling the trash rabbit, and whatever it was worse. The real threat here wasn't Afton at all, it was Baby. She's the one at the end of the story who escapes to fight another day.
But how does she get Afton's spirit in the first place?
And that, my friends, is weird. Let me explain myself. I think everyone, Scott included, based on his Reddit posts, was surprised when Security Breach.
But how does she even get his spirit?
And just like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, when you have an elaborate connected lore, release dates lining up matters a lot. Except for one problem. When the ship is already sailing and there are so many companies and moving pieces and agreements involved, changing launch dates becomes really hard and potentially really expensive. To my knowledge, the book release dates never really shifted despite the game getting delayed. So could this epilogue be a preview of what's coming after Security Breach? Think about it. In the StitchReactZ story,
what's coming after Security Breach?
Expect him to do in Security Breach. He's acting like a virus infecting someone, in this case Vanny, who then needs to be cleansed. But then Freitas effectively ends Afton's story. It outright calls him weak. He's defeated by the mask, and it sets up Baby to become the ongoing big
man said yeet.
What I'm saying is that what if this book was supposed to come after Security Breach had been released? But now, because of the game's delay, we're getting a preview of what it's setting up moving forward. In the trailer for Security Breach, we get this line.
There is more going on here than you realize.
Maybe there really are some new tricks up this game's sleeve. But what could Baby be working on moving forward? Well, for that, it's time to talk about theory number 3.
Let me guess, how did Baby get the...
Theory number 3, the Body Snatchers. And now it's
Body Snatchers?
Pat's final thought. Or
Oh,
final
snap.
Theory, I suppose. Man, those were really cringy for those, like, first couple episodes. Why did I think that was a good idea? Anyway, I'll keep this one a bit shorter since the episode's getting long, but basically...
Too dang long.
We got ourselves 21 short stories in FREDDY'S, and they cover everything from haunted animals to killer dolls to deadly video games. But there's one consistent theme across a shocking number of these stories: body snatching. In book number 1, we have To Be Beautiful, where Baby steals a human girl's body piece by piece so she can take over her identity. In book number 2,
and then just left her the scraps.
Freddy, where a boy is lured to the back of a Freddy Fazbear's
That story was messed up, bro.
a Freddy doll so the animatronic AI can go out into the real world posing as him. In book number 3, we have Room for One More, where mini
forgot.
shove themselves into
a
stomach so they can escape out into the surface.
Messed up.
A very direct parallel to the sister location ending. Book number 5 has In the Flesh, where... Fine, I'll talk about this one. A male game designer, after a series of events, literally gives birth to a physical form of glitch trap.
You're telling me that actually fucking happened? He wasn't speaking in metaphor? Oh my god!
Slicing him out of his own impregnated stomach. And of course, the game designer is named Matt. The guy is also a supreme jerk to everyone else throughout the story. So thanks a lot, Scott. Very subtle. Didn't know you felt that level of hostility toward me. But again, animatronics using humans to escape out into the real world, to become real or outright posing as their identity. And last, but probably most explicitly,
that is so weird.
Story, he told me everything, in which, and I'm gonna
He told me
you what
everything
happens in the story, and you're not gonna believe me, but this is what happens in
I
the
won't,
story.
but go ahead.
A cult-like science club experiments using a substance called phasgoo. The experiment involves the students pulling out one of their teeth and feeding it to the goo, which then connects a gooey tendril to their finger. We eventually learn that the goo is draining the students' organs and bones in order to grow into a perfect clone of the original host. It is odd, and it really feels like it's pushing the limits of what can and can't exist in the FNAF universe. Now, could all of this just be recycling the same ideas for horror stories in a series that now has an enormous number of installments and is in constant need of new content? Absolutely. But it is the strongest recurring theme in the book series, and one that, when coupled with the Afton infection concept, seems like it could
I'm
very
speechless.
well be the next logical step for the games. Think of it like prop hunt for FNAF. Who's real and who isn't? You don't know. You gotta figure it out. We've exhausted what one killer can do, so why not an army of killers? Besides, animatronics posing as real people is already something that Sister Location opened the door to, so if you have the ability to affect the masses, that's a new direction to take things, I guess. I'm just saying, we've had bad animatronics, looks like we'll have good animatronics, we've had people stuffed inside animatronics, we've had animatronics stuffed inside
that man still cannot get out of Scrap Trap to this day.
basis, having animatronics animatronics turning into people. So why not an army of AIs and
FNAF become human?
And if I'm right, and Baby is indeed filling the villain role for the series moving forward, seems like the sort of thing that she'd totally be into. Skin suits helped her escape sister location.
Skin suits?
Able to be a body double for the protagonist Charlie in the original novel series. She's not a killer like her dad, she's a copier. A girl who's upset about dying young and losing her humanity early. So why not try to regain it back while creating an army of body snatchers to come along with ya? But hey, that's just a theory.
A game theory.
Thanks for watching.
No, that's just a game theories.
By the way, theorists, if you're worried about some creepy animatronic possessing you through your screen, then you'll really love our sponsor for
NordVPN. Now I see why it's on top of the description. Okay, guys, so I think that's pretty much it for this video. Make sure you guys check out his NordVPN link. Anyway, guys, that was Game Theory 3 new FNAF security breach theories. Pretty interesting theories to think about. Let me know what you guys think is the more realistic one in the comments below. I still can't believe a guy just got impregnated by a video game or something and created Glitch Trap in the books. My brain needs to go prepare for that. So make sure you guys hit that like button for me. Subscribe. Turn on all notifications after subscribing if you haven't. Or, you know, if you already did and think you have all notifications on, just check the bell. Turn on all. Comment down below what you think about this video, and peace out.